sure that the videos are in the same place, that they're in the exact same folder that you have moved around. I'm going to talk in a minute about using Dropbox effectively and how not to use it ineffectively. But one of the things that's really easy to do is to put them in a different place. And then the next thing to do is to really, if you need to, if you're trying at home and it doesn't work, to troubleshoot those files. And I can show you how to do that. So you can actually look in, if you kind of got a little bit of game in PowerPoint, it doesn't take too much, is to look at this. Let's see if I can find the first one. Okay. So if I look at this slide, and I should be able to, I can troubleshoot it for you. Generally keep them in the same folder. That's one that I'm a little bit mixed up right now, so that's what I wanted. So I can preview this right here within PowerPoint. And then if it's not going to work, it won't work now. And so you can put it up there. You see it's nice and loud, by the way. Okay, so that's
typically the presumption is if it's not going to show up in that presentation, typically it's because it's not in the folder. You can't find it.
I would say
number one.
Like 90% of the time, it's not in that folder. Exactly.
Is there any logical reason, though? I mean, to Joe's point, I mean, there are some mysteries.
Oh, there are. No, I mean, to be honest, part of it is just PowerPoint ain't perfect. Right. It really, there are some imperfections in the software that, I mean, it gets a little buggy. We've seen the bugginess sometimes in the links. I had done this one for Boca Hoops where we talked about, I forget who was doing the presentation, who was telling me about it, but I talked that they wanted a specific tilt in the presentation. So I had actually adjusted the slides, which I'll show you how to do. And then
I was in a situation a couple times where I don't know why it would do it each time, but it wouldn't play. And when I found, I've since changed laptops, and that has corrected something. So obviously there was something that was happening before. But I would have to, in essence, replace the video into the presentation each time to ensure that it would play.
Really? Okay.
And so, even though I'd already done it, I got the rate files, got the whole thing, and like you, I'd get to Herm or somebody else, and like, son of a bee, you know, it's like, it looked like enough of a schmuck anyway. But I just found that prior to going to the presentation, I knew how to work with PowerPoint, so I just replaced it.
Let me give you another workaround. That's a great point. So if you know how to work with PowerPoint, you can embed the video yourself. I would have done the same thing. Another thing I would say is download a piece of software. I think it's for Mac and Windows called VLC Player. It just plays every stinking video format. So sometimes if you're stuck and you really just want to work on but you want to see the Herm Edwards thing, and you have this thing installed, I can right-click it and I can say, you know, open with VLC Player.
It's a free program.
It's a free program. It just works, unlike PowerPoint. I mean, it just works.
Are all of our videos?
Well, that was a pretty good. I planned that just for the comedy value that it crashed when I said it just works. Well, it just usually works. Wow, that was pretty impressive. That was really good, right? See if it crashed again.
Good command and staff.
So you can use an external viewer to, unless of course it crashes after I say it just works.
Joe, what's that called again? That program?
VLC, Victor, Larry. You got weird there. What was that? Charles Player. VLC Player. It's just a little media player that plays kind of any kind of media file, except for when I'm trying to show off.